Let us understand that money, wealth, power has meaning only when it's used with the energies of the earth which sustain life. It might be a very straightforward sentence which might not mean much, but let me explain. The quality of someone's mind, which is along with the energies of the earth which sustain life, which includes the basics of oxygen, water, rains, and all of the life system we see around us. If the person managing an empire, a country, with all of the wealth, has a mind which is in sync with the natural forces which sustain life on earth, then he will make the right decisions along with the energies of the earth for future generations. Let me quote an example of Emperor Nero. During his time, Emperor Nero inherited a throne which was very prosperous. He had his mother and his advisors in his initial years, and his mother guided the empire in a very level-headed manner along with the energies of the earth which sustain life, which included the basic oxygen, the water systems and everything. She had respect for the basic gifts of life, and she was helping Emperor Nero at a young age of 14 to 16 years to maintain the kingdom. And the Roman Empire was managed very efficiently. But gradually, Emperor Nero got very stubborn in his attitude, in his vision for the kingdom, and he became very erratic. He lost the focus of the subtle influence of his mother and his immediate family and his close advisors, and he became a despondent king. He started taking erratic decisions by himself based on his carnal instincts, based on lust, based on trying to get much more fortune than he ever had. He had the whole of the kingdom of Rome to himself, but he still wanted more because of the carnal desires of his flesh. He started seeing his own subjects as his own enemy, the people of his country as his own enemy, because they were not very happy by the way he was started to govern, which was all about himself and trying to project him as the greatest emperor of Rome. The people at that time started to find that they had no longer good food sources, good water resources. The streets were not managed properly. There was complete inefficiency in all systems of government. But Emperor Nero was completely focused on himself and trying to gain the maximum wealth for himself, the maximum goodness for himself in terms of luxuries, abundance, all what is termed as the greatest of life for an emperor. Based on the carnal desires, he completely forgot his connection to the universal energies which sustain life. And towards the end of Emperor Nero's reign, the kingdom was in complete collapse. He was completely focused on himself, trying to gain everything for himself, forgetting about even his subjects of his country, his citizens. And by focusing on his carnal energies and losing sight of the universal energies which sustain life, even in those times during Emperor Nero, which included the basic systems of life, he forgot that. And the carnal instinct led his reign to be one of the worst disastrous reigns in the rule of the Roman Empire. And by the end of his time, he suicided because his whole vision for trying to do everything for himself got him to a stage where the people themselves were in rebellion. The kingdom changed hands into more efficient people who knew how to manage the Roman Empire. At the same time, there are very efficient kings across the world who have managed empires along with the energies of the earth. The Aztecs, the Roman Empire, some of the examples of Caesar, the Qing dynasty in China, many dynasties in India, which includes Chandragupta Maurya. Some of the greatest learning systems happened during his time, and also central energies of prosperity was across the kingdom, across vast parts of Far East Asia. There were times in Africa also where the kings worked along with the energies of the earth, and there are examples of very good kings who managed Africa into prosperity. Today we see Africa as one of the least prosperous places on earth, but now it is changing. We know that Africa is also developing along with the energies of the earth with AI. But there was a time in history when Africa was also prosperous. They had kings who worked along with the energies of the earth. So nothing is static in the sense of the universe in terms of history. During the American independence movement, there were great leaders who moved with the energies of the earth and saw the imbalance of what was happening in the rule at that time. And they fought for the independence with a clear-cut vision. And today you see America as the most prosperous place on earth because of the vision of the forefathers. It was same with the Russian federations. They had czars who knew how to manage the kingdoms along with the energies. You find such rulers all across the world who have moved with the source code of life. And today we remember them because their rule was along with the energy which sustained all life on earth for every living being. The sun, the rain, the mountains, all of the life systems. They understood that building the greatest palaces, the greatest gardens, the greatest architecture, the best of roads, along with the energies of the earth, along with the lifestyle of what the earth provides, with the best of trees, the best of gardens, along with their developments, was the road to immortality in terms of thinking, in terms of their remembrance, in terms of their legacy. They had the meaning in their yesterday, also they have a meaning in today, and also they have a meaning in tomorrow. Such should be our vision for the future. Let each of our lives be an inspiration for the future generations. Let's replenish our earth.